And Black American people, can y'all please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold y'all down? I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit. Where are they from? Country, Jamaica. And all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing and all of them got their girls Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't even go here. They're not from here. And you still talk about what got taken from you during slavery? I know Grabaleaf owns a jet. A man that is not from your country owns a jet in your country, and you talking about what the white man did to you still if you don't. And girls, I hate when you say I had to become a stripper, I had to sell pum pum because life was hard. I'm a Jamaican woman. I chose to stand up in the hot sun and sell water to get capital to start my business. Because I can go back home and see what real hard life is. So I'm grateful for every opportunity I have in this country. And many of us successful immigrants, we didn't have food stamp Section 8, none of that. And we got more than you in your country. So stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold you down. You're holding yourself down with your mindset. You're unstoppable, king and queen. They can't hold you down. The fuck?
Watching that video alone, I just see nothing but rage and jealousy, because literally, no, she went too far. She went too far. And I don't know why. Most times, Jamaicans don't like to hear anything about Black Americans. I've noticed that thing on the internet. Whenever it has something to do with Black Americans, Jamaicans go all out for it. I don't know why. When you literally have almost the same storyline, what is it? And they call themselves Jamaicans. I mean the ones who were born and raised in America, right? Like Jamaicans who are born and raised in America. They call them Jamaicans. Like, but why? Well, what could be the cause for this? Anyways, let's keep watching those videos. I'll be back because I'm also shocked. I am shocked. How would she go off on a full people, ethnic group? Well, why? Anyways, keep watching.
Black American people,
here we go.
Please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold y'all down. I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit. Where
I can never relate.
Country, Jamaica. And all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing and all of them got their girls Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't even go here.
That's not true.
Here. And you still talk about what got taken from you during slavery?
Girl, shut
I know
up.
Grabaleaf owns a jet. A man that is not from your country owns a jet in your country, and you talking about what the white man did to you still if you don't. And girls, I hate when you say I had to become a stripper, I had to sell pum pum because life was hard. I'm a Jamaican woman. I chose to stand up in the hot sun and sell water to get capital to start my business. Because I can go back home and see what real hard life is. So I'm grateful for every opportunity I have in this country. And many of us successful immigrants, we didn't have food stamp Section 8.
First of all, I don't know what in the Nicki Minaj cosplay is going on here, but the Jamaican girls be skin out their pom pom. You gonna sit up here talking about stripping and being a midnight ballerina? Girl, I done been to Jamaica. Y'all is selling cat by the motherfucking pound. Love Jones almost got into an altercation with the Jamaican girls because they thought I was trying to take the tricks, because all of the Euro guys kept coming to me asking me, where you from? Oh my God, going crazy. And I'm like, I'm not a Jamaican. I guess they thought I was like an exotic Jamaican that could do the American accent. I don't know what they thought, but I was in the bathroom cornered by some Jamaican girl skinning the pum pum out selling the pum. So don't you ever get up here and talk about her working hard and not having a good, when y'all literally SEX tourism. is how y'all be getting it popping on that island. Y'all got resorts called hedonism, where y'all be skinning the pum pum out, doing the orgies, freaking off. The way y'all dance at the carnival, promiscuity is literally embedded in your culture. So don't you ever go there. Let's start there. Second of all, you talking about y'all used to wipe your doodle with the banana leaves. I could never relate. I don't know. I don't. Y'all keep trying to play oppression Olympics. And first of all, the fact that you grew up like that, or you go back home to people that live like that, we can never relate. And it seems like y'all have some resentment, envy, and jealousy because we didn't have to struggle and get it through the mud like that because our ancestors didn't flee. They fought. They fought and they paved the way. And y'all keep talking about public assistance. We pay into that system. When you have a social security card, when you have a birth certificate, you automatically have a trust in this country, dear. We pay into that system. We pay taxes. We pay taxes on everything that we purchase. Y'all act like you all's countries don't get U.S. aid. Y'all literally get welfare from the United States of America. This just goes over everybody's head. You all get severance packages from other countries. Just because your government officials and the people that look like you, your same hue of complexion, is not allocating the funds correctly and they're selling you out literally and figuratively, does not mean that your countries are not receiving aid. Let's start there. Second of all, the only reason why you're able to come here and get opportunities is because Black Americans paved the way. They set up a table. All you had to do was come in and sit down. You didn't have to do no hard work. So y'all keep coming here talking about y'all work so hard. If you are such a hard worker, why is you not popping off in Jamaica? Why your country not popping off? Since y'all work so hard. Y'all have a whole landmass that's literally predominantly you. You're not living next door to people that's trying to oppress you and that's trying to attack you, redline you, and unalive you at every given chance. You're not living right next door to that. Well, now some of y'all kind of by choice, because y'all have allowed the colonizers, the Indian and the Chinaman, to come in and buy up all your beaches, so you can't even, y'all out there protesting now, and y'all are trying to get CARICOM right now, trying to get reparations right now. The nerve. Y'all act like y'all come here, oh, they're all buying jets. Baby, the top 10% of y'all that come here, because it takes a lot to get off those islands, I will give you that. So that's what makes you have the superiority complex. It takes a lot. So when y'all get here, y'all are like the top 10% of the Jamaicans and of the people on your island, right? So compare yourself to the top 10% earners of Black Americans. You're getting obliterated. Stop comparing yourself to people that's bottom class, bottom tier. Stop that. Me and my friends, I'm still whatever. One of my friends is a fucking millionaire. My aunt is a millionaire. My uncle is a millionaire. I probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but this is like real life. This is real life. I have millionaires in my family. I have best friends that have got a big bag. I'm still getting to it because I'm a little unconventional, child. I'm doing it a different type of. But we gonna get where we got to go. But at the end of the day, to lie and make it seem like y'all all are just up. No, I order Uber Eats and y'all be delivering the Uber Eats. Y'all be outside selling the incense. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but stop making it seem like y'all all got fighter jets and y'all all is driving in the Benz and the G-Wagon. My mother, they pushing my brother. They got a Benz and a BMW. Like, these are not things that's so like, oh my God, I'm so much better than everybody else because I got this. We don't even think like that. And so what if we're on public assistance, bitch? We fucking should be. We earned it, not you. It's a whole lot more immigrants that's getting food stamps and Medicaid and all types of stuff. And y'all literally come here with the refugee package and y'all get all types of help. Y'all get all types of grants, all types of loans, and y'all be scamming. First of all, stop comparing yourself. You're not comparing apples to apples. Let me let a non-Black American tell you better than I could. Be right back.
Really going to compare like with like. You have to compare the top 10% of Caribbeans and the top 10% of African Americans. Okay. And when a country like Jamaica or Africa, where they too have had their deprivations, had their colonialism, had their slavery, why do they go somewhere and tend to excel amongst people who also have gone through it?
Because you're not comparing like with like, that's why.
Okay.
A lot of us think we are comparing like with like.
You're not.
Let me explain. Generally speaking, Caribbeans in America, not the ones in the Caribbean, but the ones in America, will represent the top 10%.
I see.
So if you're really going to compare like with like, you have to compare the top 10% of Caribbeans, the top 10% of African Americans. Okay. And when you compare the two, the African Americans are slaughtering us, bro.
Oh, stop comparing your top 10% with our bottom 10%. Take 1 million of you and compare it to 1 million of us, the top 10%. Now, if you want to compare to the average working person, compare your average to the average. The average immigrant that come over here is literally selling incense, might be outside grilling up some jerk chicken, selling food platters, selling, shea butter on the street, selling body oils, doing Uber Eats. Like, stop acting. Come on, bro. Anyway, spread love is the Brooklyn way.
Nah. What you gotta say, Jamaica? You got beer American, black American famous people, black American rapper and singer sending y'all billions and millions of dollars, sending mad aid to y'all. But y'all got so much to say about black Americans. You got black American people who have our own struggle here in America, but people still go to different places and donate and send you bare things to help you out with your situation. But you got so much bad mouth and bad things to say about black Americans. It's embarrassing and it's disgusting to say. Especially in America, when people badmouth Jamaica and people badmouth Africa, it be us standing up for y'all. But y'all don't even have the sympathy and the care and the heart enough to stand up for black Americans. We so sick and tired. The black Americans fight for everybody. Every fight that they have in the world, y'all expect black Americans to stand up and fight for y'all and be a voice for y'all, because we've been doing it since the abolishment of slavery. But as soon as y'all get a chance, y'all want to badmouth black Americans. But y'all allow Chinamen to come into your community and don't do nothing but rape your community. Buy up all the grocery store, buy up all the things and charge you whatever price they want to charge you. But y'all don't care about that. What the China people sending y'all? What they doing in y'all communities to help y'all? Answer that for me. The white people that come to our community and milk up the community and build up mad tourist things, knowing that the people in Jamaica can't afford it, because y'all not even getting paid the salaries to afford the prices that they're charging for that, all the places that they're building out, all the modern buildings that they're building out there with the modern apartments. Very few Jamaicans can afford that type of living. What are they doing for y'all communities in Jamaica? Since Jamaica is just so all that. And y'all in black American just all these bad people that y'all claim that we are. Let's be for real, because I always supported Jamaica. I always looked out for Jamaica. I have property in Jamaica. I employ people in Jamaica, and I always show love to Jamaica. But now I'm really second guessing what I'm doing for a country of people that don't even like us for real. Let's be serious.
Being Caribbean American is low-key a little annoying, because you guys are annoying. The Jamaicans is saying, oh no, y'all Yankees, y'all Americans. The Americans is saying, no, you're Jamaican because your family's Jamaican. You're not really African American. It's like, yo, my nigga, could y'all all shut the fuck up?
And black American people, can y'all please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold?
I honestly don't know what to say anymore, because I feel like the ignorance is like, do they just have tethers have a terrible education system that they go to and get educated on? Because y'all talking about like, oh, we're tired of you complaining about the white team. We're tired of y'all complaining about us. Like, everything you have is because of us. Everything you have here in America is because of us. Maybe if you complain more in your home country about how you are getting messed over by first world countries that we're from, like America, then maybe you would have a better country and you wouldn't have to run over here. Like, I feel like you guys get like a BMW and then you think you could talk shit. Like, we've been having BMWs. Like, y'all are so new money to me. That's what it's giving. It's like giving new money. You're like, oh, my friends bought our kids, bought our whoever BMW. So a BMW is a car note. It's a couple $100s a month. Like, I don't know. Like, the fact that you think because you have a BMW you can now talk crap, like, oh, you made it. We've been made it. Like, that's what y'all don't understand. It's like, you don't know the black Americans that have made it because they don't associate with you. You're not on that level yet. So you sit there and you might be you're probably from the hood if you think that a BMW is making it. And you think that that's a flex? Like, now you can talk about how black Americans should. The fact is that our attitude, we don't need your advice. We come from a first world country. Our ancestors built a first world country. We don't need any advice from you people. You need our advice. Look at your home countries. You need ethnic Black Americans' advice on how to fix your homeland. Stop coming to the country that we made better and gave you the opportunity to get your BMW that you think is flossing, which is sad, first of all, and starts thinking that you could tell us like how to do things because you grew up in the hood around Black Americans who were the only ones nice enough to let you live next to them, which are the poor ethnic Black Americans who let you live close to them, and you think you can tell them stuff? You think that they don't know how to do what they want to do? A lot of times they just have emotional issues. They don't want to do it. They know what to do too. Trust me, our ethnic Black Americans that are in poverty, they also know what to do. They just don't have the discipline, the strength, whatever, trauma, whatever to do it, because you know why? Because their ancestors were fighting in this country too to get on, and they're tired and they're exhausted, and their trauma is just too deep and they just don't feel like doing it. Okay, so you should ask us advice about how to get your home country in a better state, since your home country, when I went to it, was horrific and traumatized me because your people are poor as hell. Because your people are begging everybody all the time for money. You guys are the biggest haters ever. Maybe if you complain more about indirect rule and how America was ruining your people, or Europe, or whoever is ruining your people and your country back at home, because when they took me to the nice areas, it wasn't even you guys there. It was Indians and Asians in the nice parts of Jamaica. Maybe you would have more in your country. You have to run the hours and talk about ours. And then you guys just make up stuff. You just make up stuff. You're like, oh, you know, we weren't on Section 8 either. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are on Section 8. Yes, you are. Well, 56% of melanated immigrants who come here are on some sort of help, welfare, compared to our 23%. You are on stuff. Stop. You just make up stuff. When I was in New York, I had a lot of friends who were immigrants because I was living in New York. And I'm telling you, I would say 95% of them were on Section 8. I literally rented from a Dominican chick who had a Section 8 apartment, who went to live with her mom so she could get some money. Okay? Like, stop it. Y'all just make up anything. You probably were on Section 8 your whole life. Like, probably so. Like, y'all need to just stand down, go fix your home country, and if you want, and I think you should be asking us advice on how we got rid of the yoke on our neck, literally created a first world country and have more rights and benefits than you in your country, than every single other melanated person, darkly melanated person, or considered under the Negro race in America, because we're the number one, we're the most wealthiest out of everybody, and ask us how we did it. And then let's just go to Hispanics. We're wealthier than most Hispanic countries, if not all of them. And I think in terms of Asian countries, China, Singapore, and Japan may be the only ones that are doing better than us in terms of our GDP and our ability. Okay? So why don't you mind your business and go help your Caribbean people? And we got this. We're doing ourselves. The only thing that y'all don't do is mind your business. That's the only thing you don't do. You don't do. We don't need your advice. We see Jamaica. We don't want that. We don't need advice from people come from that and ran from that to get the benefits that we did, and then want to sit there and try to criticize and then use a BMW to flex. Like a Beamer? Are you kidding me? Like right now I'm an entrepreneur and my money goes up and down. And right now my money is not where I want it to be, right? But I could still, if I really, really wanted to, I could still go get a BMW. The fact that you think it's a flex is really sad. A BMW isn't a flex. Maybe it's a flex in Jamaica. Here, it's like, it's a nice to have. It's like oh, that's nice. Oh, you got a BMW? Good for you, girl. Like, that's nice. But it's not like, I wouldn't use that to flex on the wealthiest Black group in the world. Is saying I got a BMW. Like, that's not what I would flex on. If I was coming to one of the wealthiest people groups in the world, I'm not gonna be like, I got a BMW, that's why we're doing better than you. Stop blaming the white tea man. Do you know how many Black Americans have a BMW? I grew up and all my black American friends, their parents had BMWs, Lexuses, Mercedes, all that type. Now, maybe if you said a Maybach, maybe I'd be like, okay. I live in an ethnic black American neighborhood. Do you know how many? I see Cybertrucks all day, every day, all the time. Cybertrucks. Okay, like, step it up. Level it up in your mind. Because you're coming from this developing country and you're already, like, your mindset is already on new money. It's like new money. Like, oh, I got da-da-da-da-da. Like, you can't see us yet. You can't see our wealthiest people yet. You can't even see our upper middle class yet talking like that. Ma'am, worry about your own people. If you that wealthy, if y'all doing so good, go help the Jamaicans in Jamaica. It's terrible over there. It really made me sad. So instead of you try to criticize us and what we should and shouldn't be doing, we're obviously doing something right because you're over here trying to be like us, from the hair to everything. Go help your homeland, get Jamaica in a better position, and then maybe we'll have some respect for you.
I'm gonna let you listen first.
And black American people, can y'all please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold y'all down? I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit. Where are they from? Country, Jamaica. And all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing and all of them got their girls Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't even go here. They're not from here. And you still talk about what got taken from you during slavery? I know Grabaleaf owns a jet. A man that is not from your country owns a jet in your country, and you talking about what the white man did to you still if you don't. And girls, I hate when you say I had to become a stripper, I had to sell pum pum because life was hard. I'm a Jamaican woman. I chose to stand up in the hot sun and sell water to get capital to start my business. Because I can go back home and see what real hard life is. So I'm grateful for every opportunity I have.
So I think what we have is a cultural difference. That's all this is. She said she's from Jamaica, right? So I think we have a cultural difference. Ethnic black Americans and many other ethnicities around the globe. So ethnic black Americans put equality, equity, and justice over classism. Okay? And so whenever you see black American people protesting or fighting for justice and equality, a lot of people call that complaining. It's not complaining. Culturally, we consider justice, equality, and equity higher ranking than classism, being at a higher class. Okay? This is why you'll see a lot of wealthy black Americans protesting or putting themselves on the front lines and going out for justice, equity, and equality. Okay? There's all the way from one of my favorite people, Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was wealthy. Okay? He still put himself out there. Okay? For everyone else. Because that's how black American culture is. It is not complaining. And it does not mean that we don't have anything. We're used to having things. Contrary to what people know about black Americans, up north and down south, there were free black Americans, okay, throughout history, all right? Up north, there were more, okay? They had businesses, they had maids, they had a whole, there was classes of us. All of us were not enslaved, okay? But one of the things that black American culture, this country is huge. So one of the things that we've always done is if one of us wasn't free, none of us were. Okay? That's just how it is. So when you see people, when you see us protesting or when you see us doing certain things, it doesn't mean that we all don't have something. And we all don't. A car, that's success. A car, a house, a business, we've always had houses, we've always had businesses, and we've always had modes of transportation. So it's when I hear that, because we've always had businesses ever since the time of quote unquote slavery, right? Ever since those days, we've had businesses. I'm not sure what it is. The only reason why immigrants can come here is because of Black America. They didn't want y'all. As y'all can see now. Okay? They didn't want y'all. And I'm just saying the argument. It's just the truth. Okay? If Black America didn't have anything, we wouldn't have had the power to do what we did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say stuff, y'all come on online, and I'm not sure where you get this from, but I think it's a cultural thing. I think when y'all drop things like, we have businesses, we have houses, we have cars, that's normal for a Black American. We've been had it. We've been had it, but we don't throw classism out there like y'all do. And this is not to start an argument. This is to get an understanding. We don't throw classism out there like y'all do. It's a big difference. And this is factual. I'll put up the clips. You can read it. We don't do that. Okay? Harriet Tubman herself had a house, but she still put herself out there. Because in our culture, equity, justice, and equality is of most importance. Whether I have money or not, we not free unless we all free. And that's why there needs to be more movements. Instead of coming to the United States of America and saying what you got, it doesn't mean anything. And I want you to hear me clearly. It doesn't mean anything, because you need to be going back to Jamaica instead of getting online talking about they wiping with leaves. What the flip? Well, go back there and make sure they don't have to wipe with leaves anymore. That's what you do. It doesn't mean what you're saying, and I really want, this is not an argument. What you're saying is you need to go back there and make sure that they don't have to wipe with leaves anymore. That is what you're supposed to be doing with your quote unquote status that you throw around in America as if Black America cares. We already know who we are, and we know why we do what we do. We don't understand. Maybe you can help. What we don't understand is why you aren't doing the same thing in your countries. Because we have been doing all of what you're saying that you have, we been had. All the way back in the 1700s, we been had. We're not complaining when you. I've been on protest. I have a house. I have cars. Does it mean just because I have a house and cars that I'm not supposed to protest and I'm not supposed to help my fellow man? Or when y'all see it, it translate, they don't have anything. The HBCUs, the funding and everything else, do you think that this just comes all by itself? And I think that's what y'all thinking, like, go back into the Caribbean and fix that thing. I wouldn't get up online and talk about how, oh, y'all can do it. Y'all like you giving Black America a pep talk. Black America was Black America was helping everybody and still does. Except we resting right now because of stuff like this, because of your videos. Because we see now that the assistance that we gave and the help that our forefathers gave, who are still alive, by the way, y'all spitting on and y'all thinking y'all can pep talk us, when in fact we were the ones giving scholarships to people, racially Black people around the globe, to come here and go to school. You don't need to pep talk Black America.
You see how you just drug your own country? You dragged them through the mud and said how they wipe themselves and they do all this stuff. Go and pep talk them. I would applaud that. But it's not freaking funny that people go through hard times in the United States of America or in Jamaica, but don't bring your pep talking to Black America. Because the only reason why you here is because of Black America. And to just be real about it, the only reason why you even made that video and started talking about what you got and what you got and what you got, it was just to boost your own ego. You don't care nothing about them people in Jamaica nor Black America. You just wanted to shine. Okay? That's all you want to do. All that fake junk you doing, talking about some, look what I got, look what I got, look what I got. I had this. You want everybody to know because you ain't used to nothing. That's the real deal. Why really most of y'all get online and talking about what you got, because you so ain't used to nothing until you want everybody to know. You want everybody to know.
I'm seeing way too much fighting between Jamaicans and Black Americans. I don't like it, and it's time for us to have a family meeting, so get in here and let's talk about it. So ever since the Olympics has jumped off and Kamala Harris's running for president has jumped off, there has been a weird infighting between Black Americans and Jamaicans all over social media. And it hurts me to see, because I think this is what we're all missing. Black people fighting across the diaspora is exactly what colonialism wanted to achieve. Are we not seeing the plan? Like, if we can divide Black people, whether you're Black from the Caribbean, whether you're Black from America, whether you're Black from Africa, whether you're Black from the UK, whether you're Black from Brazil, which also, by the way, has one of the largest Black populations in the world, if we can separate them, then we can gain more control. So I feel like we're missing the plot. Also, haven't we all been enjoying each other's culture for the last 20, 30, 40, however many years? Like, didn't Black Americans and Jamaicans come together and make hip hop? They did. Don't we love each other's food? We do. Because I see y'all in the patty shop. I'm Jamaican. I was born and raised there till 7, and I've been raised in the US the rest of the time among Black people. So I am definitely coming for the potato salad. I'm definitely coming for the greens, beans, tomatoes, all that. Okay? Like, and I see y'all sliding again to the oxtail and I see you getting the jerk chicken, and I love to see that. Like, why can't we keep it right there? Because if we start picking apart differences, stereotypes, unfairnesses, we're not taking the higher view and realizing that we didn't start that. Right? That's a program that was installed to separate people from coming together and realizing their collective power. Melanated people are amazing people. I'm not saying anyone else isn't, but I'm saying if you understood the power of that, we wouldn't entertain this. I actually went to something once by Dr. Laila Africa, rest in peace, called a melanin conference, and it was for 8 hours of scientific research as to why melanin is one of the most powerful chemical substances on the fucking planet, and we have it in abundance. Not just in our skin, we have more melanin in our eyes, our ears, you name it, than a lot of people, and that enables us to do a lot of great things. We should be focusing on that. We should be listening to each other's music. We should be influencing each other's fashion. We should be acknowledging that that's already happening, because the diaspora will influence one another. All that negative shit, that's program. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. And especially right now, let's not do that. In these times, and I'm not going to go in too deep on politics and all of, right? Like, we all need to be rooting for each other. We all need to be trying to understand each other. We all need to put aside our individual biases. And I will say, here's how it goes both ways. Black Americans, it sucks to feel like there's a club that you can't get into. And sometimes people across the diaspora feel that way. And so there's a way that if you can soften the blow, that would be one olive branch. People across the diaspora, though, come down off the high horse if you're on one, because neither are you different nor better than your Black American brothers and sisters, and we need to stop that notion too. Even if you are getting more privileges, that doesn't mean you're better. Again, that's systematic separation. So if we can all do that little bit of stretching and raise the olive branch towards one another, then we can get this thing right and actually do what we're supposed to do. So all I'm saying is, don't fall for the tricks. Don't fall for the tricks.
let's love each other, okay? Just saying. And as always, Auntie loves you.
I will not stop saying this until people get to know it. Black Americans are different. Do you understand? Why do I say they are different? Their story is quite different. And to say we still have a whole lot of Jamaicans in America and they're having all of this back and forth is crazy. If it's African, that's okay. You understand? But I really, really don't expect this from Jamaicans, honestly, to be honest. I know you all have gone through a lot in life, right? But then, you're supposed to understand the struggles more than even we could understand it. Why is there this constant, jealousy? Why? What is it? Why is there this constant, would I say, hate? We all brothers? Is this spiritual? Like, sometimes I'm like, is this spiritual? For crying out loud, Jamaicans get aid and help from America. Americans they visit Jamaica too for tourism. And most of the hotels you have, most of the places you visit in Jamaica are owned by Americans, Black Americans to be more precise. You know, then why can't they just exist like brothers, exist like friends? It's crazy and it's really, really disheartening. Anyways, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to, when will this end? Yeah, that's what I want to know. When will this actually end? Jamaicans and Black Americans, like this thing is getting, like it's getting out of hand. When will this stop? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. If you know you've had experience with those people, let me also see that in the comments, right? Do not forget to subscribe, like, share this video to your friends. BJ and Global Just with BJ. I'll see you. Bye, guys.